MOSAR, it's a multinational, international project that is targeting the control of antibiotic resistance. Personally, I'm the leader of one of the clinical studies of this MOSAR project that focuses particularly on the control of multi-resistant Staph aureus, MRSA. In this study, we compared in 10 European hospitals 2 different strategies. One that is mostly based on hand hygiene promotion, improving standard basic infection control, and the other arm in the other hospitals we tried to introduce MRSA screening on admission. Why that? We think that by screening patients on admission we can find out if they are positive, if they carry MRSA on the skin, and in this case you can isolate the patients, you can decontaminate the patients, so you may decrease the risk of cross-transmission, and you may also reduce the risk of infection for the individual patient. So what we did, we compared these 2 strategies in a controlled study. So the results were quite surprising. First, what we realized was that in all these hospitals we had lower MRSA rates than what we expected when we wrote the protocol 6 years ago, because throughout Europe there was now a decrease in MRSA, probably because there's improved infection control everywhere, and also because maybe hand hygiene has improved. So the MRSA rates were lower what we expected. Second, we realized that universal MRSA screening on admission, at least in these European hospitals, doesn't make any sense because the rates are too low, it's not cost effective. We didn't see any impact of this universal screening. Number 3, we observed that in those hospitals where there was enhanced infection control, improved hand hygiene, we saw in certain units, in certain hospitals, we saw a decrease in MRSA. In others, we didn't observe that. This may be related just with the compliance of healthcare workers. It may be that still the rate of compliance is too low, or you have some healthcare workers, nurses, doctors who don't clean their hands at all, or they don't do it correctly. And then the most interesting, number 4 finding was that in those 2 hospitals where for some time there was at the same time universal screening plus hand hygiene, they had the biggest impact on MRSA. So, which makes sense for a given period. If you start high, if you implement both, you may see a real decrease.